Hey, hello scrappers. Welcome back. Another exciting day out here in the workshop. Guess I might as well shut the light off in the other room. That one's not on solar, but no point wasting grid power. So I thought I'd do some dryers today. One thing I do is check the ends, make sure they're not magnetic. Some of them have steel going right into them, so. Yeah, what I like to do, let me get a couple buckets here. Get these hanging on nails on my rafters and end up with dead bugs in some of them. I don't know how, but they do. So I got one here for the, one bucket for the clean. Guess number one copper, because this will be number one. I got a little solder here on the end, so that'll be number two. And if they have steel, I'll have to just set it aside somewhere else for kind of dirty copper or copper to melt, whatever. So, about the easiest way I found, which I used to use a little die grinder off the air compressor, but you know, those things are kind of, at least that one's kind of underpowered. But cut most of the way through. Then now these will get pretty warm too, so I almost need to throw a glove on. Yeah, hello, Mitch. Yeah, it won't hurt to throw a couple of gloves on. Yeah, I can hear gas prices are supposed to drop to about $2.99 a gallon here. That's what they're saying anyway. One thing I do on these too is run a magnet. Nothing's sticking, but that doesn't necessarily mean something. But sometimes they'll have two screens and they got a lot of little beads in there. It's dryer. Basically, it's a dryer, so it's got a lot of little beads. So magnet's not sticking, so my screens are probably brass since it's not sticking. So what I do from there, I'll cut it, split it. Yeah, if you guys wearing earbuds, turn your volume down. I used to use a die grinder all the time because the blades are a lot thinner, but these Go Yonder blades are pretty thin anyway. They're only about a 1/16 of an inch thick, so they do work pretty good. Now, I get a hold of it with some needle nose pliers here, and then see if I can't. Yeah, I'm kind of going slow because I'm videoing. So there's a brass piece right there and another one right down here. Dump the majority of the beads out. What I'm trying to do is spread this one end wide enough. Which instead of fighting it, trying to get it wider, you could just cut it in half. Okay, so we'll throw that first one in there, and that gives us 0.8 ounces, so 0.8 of an ounce. And we got some brass right here. Just make a little pile of that right there. Here's a nice big fat one. Okay, actually this whole thing is steel. I just have copper on the ends, so basically I'll just cut the two ends, cut the copper off. But I'll do that. I'll set that one aside and do it later, because that'll be number 2 copper anyway. Okay, I got a magnet sticking right here and right there. That kind of tells me where the... I got solder here on the end, so I want to cut the solder off and put that in number 2. And okay, that time I just cut right into the beads. I got that brass or that metal ring. Let's try that out. Since I know that's ferrous metal anyway, I'll just toss it away. See, now most of our beads are already out of there. I got to cut this other end off with the solder. Yeah, I've been working on various projects around here today. Now somehow I got a little hole in the bottom of that bucket. Anyway, they're free anyway, old ice cream buckets. Okay, now we got another screen down in there. But since this is all loosened up, it should come right out of there. Looks like it's got a spring in it too. Interesting. Yeah, looks like we got one more screen down in there. Like I said, a lot of times I like to just spread it wide. That takes any tension off. There's the other spring. It does stick to the magnet, so that's a little bigger one. That put us up to 3.2 ounces. So yeah, it's a little time consuming cleaning these up, but it's copper, so it'll pay good in the end. I'll cut the ends off of this one real quick. Yeah, they got a little sloppy with the solder on this one. It came all the way down to here, so I had to cut in a little further. And see if I can get that screen out of there. I may have to notch it a little bit. There's the screen. Get number 2 off of there. That one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, this could be a good relaxation therapy. Okay. You got a little brass screen and a metal ring. Yeah, we're up to 4 ounces. Hadn't even put a dent in the pile yet. Okay, the screen is just inside there a little bit. And magnet is sticking. And right about here we have one. What I used to do, I used to cut it real close to it, but now I just cut each end and cut it down the center. Pry it apart, knock them out. That one's warm. Yeah, brass end. So I hope you guys are learning something on this. A lot of these are pretty dirty. Probably run over it with some green scrub pads or a little stainless steel. Actually, I got some stainless steel, I think, right here. I don't know how fast I clean that up, but probably not worth the time, really. I was just knocking the dirt off. Yeah, it didn't really clean it up much. Magnet's not sticking at all. Oh, we know there's screens in there. So I guess a guy could just cut both ends off just before it tapers down, and then you could probably just set it over something and knock them screens and beads right out of there. And this one didn't even have beads in it. Warm on the 7.5 ounces, almost half a pound. This one's pretty heavy. Got a magnet sticking there and there. I had an idea, then I thought about it for a second, and I thought, nah, I don't think it's going to work. What I was thinking, could I put this in the vise where I could cut both ends at the same time without having to move it? And my thinking was to rotate the vise this direction, which I could probably do it if I did it like right here. Still give me room to get in there, because I was thinking, well, I couldn't get in there, but I might be able to. Yeah, it didn't cut through real well. Yeah, let me see if I can cut a little more. I've been getting some parts in for my solar today. Got another battery yesterday. And got a bunch of cables and whatnot. Got 10 ounces. So in the morning I may get out here and try to work on it before it gets too hot. And then hook up a bunch of the pieces of that. Somewhere between Monday and Wednesday, I'm supposed to get two more solar panels in. The angle grinder sure dims them lights. Because I got my exhaust fan going in the other room running off of solar in the crypto mining room. Which I haven't done much with that for a long time. Just running 9 1660 supers. Making about $3-4 a day right now with crypto prices down like they are. Yeah, I think $6 before electric, something like that. Yeah, I'm not getting rich, but it's kind of fun. These big ones are pretty thick. Another one with the spring. That looks clean. 14 ounces. Just even in beads, it's getting kind of heavy. So a lot of this is just light steel, light iron, whatever. Put that down in my small part bucket. Put one of these, like these normal ones. I think that is one there. Looks like both ends have got a screen. I still haven't got all the foam picked up from my little, I don't know, escapade, what do you want to call that thing from the other day. I just need to get a leaf rake in here and rake it up. Sometimes it's easy to just stick the screwdriver in there, kind of spread it, and push the screen right on through. Where are we at? Yeah, those little ones don't add much to the weight, to the bucket. They'll add up slowly, but that's what most of the pile is, these little things. I think that's going to work out a lot better having it in vise like that, where I can actually yeah, that way I can make all my cuts at one time. Yeah, I could check it with a magnet. Nothing there. Got one here. This guy doesn't really have to. I didn't make the third cut, did I? I cut through until I start to see this kind of move, and I know I'm almost there. That way I can just break it off and it doesn't fall on the floor and get lost in the mess down there. This end's got a tube in the middle. There's that piece out of there. Yeah, with that tube I'm going to have to probably cut it back here because that tube has been soldered in there. So, unfortunately, I didn't think about that when I first cut it. 1 pound. Yeehaw. Live long enough to see 1 pound. It's a good 100 degrees out here today. Yeah, I need to get some money saved up and start watching Marketplace, see if I can find me a little travel trailer that I can gut out, turn into a workshop, and then I could be easy to. I'd probably set my studio up in there, set up a workbench with a vise, and then when it's hot like this or real cold in the winter, I can step into it and do my videos inside of it. I'll have some AC running and yeah, that inverter I'm running, it's a modified sine wave, and I heard that these LED lights don't really like modified sine wave too well. Probably next month or month after, I'm going to probably get a pure sine wave and then start running it. That's a tiny one. Yeah, it's got to be done. Prices down as they are, it's a good time to get this stuff cleaned up and, you know, have it ready to sell for when the price does go back up. And it should go back up. Prices, gas coming down, so who knows, it metal may go back up pretty soon. Right now we don't know what's going to go on with Russia and Ukraine and China, Taiwan, so I tell my wife that we keep sending our military equipment over there. We're going to have to get on the ball and start building replacements for it. Because a lot of that we probably won't get back. 1 pound, 2.9 ounces. There's a lot of that equipment we probably won't get back, so I'm not sure what to do with that stainless steel. Oh, there it is. I just felt a little rough, like a lot of crud on it or something, so thought I'd wipe it down just a hair. We really need to start manufacturing back here in the U.S. Start to get some foundries going. I imagine we still have a few steel mills here, but not like we had at one time. Yeah, the way it adds up slow with these little ones. Now this one here might, yeah, we got steel on that one, so doesn't stick there. Sticking a little bit right here. So I think what I'll try to do, I got a solder joint right there. I want to see if I can't get rid of the Had another one of them tubes soldered in, so had to take a little more off that one end. It's got a little paint or something here, so they probably may not call it number 1 with that on there, so get it off. I guess you guys get the hang of how to do this. Not a lot to it. It's pretty simple. 1.5 ounces. 1 pound, 5 ounces. Yeah, sounds better. 5 pounds would sound better. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's not a bucket full, but this bucket here, it's about a half a bucket, 2.5 gallon or something like that. Yeah, just over half full. I can swing the camera around, but maybe. A little pile there. Here I'm just putting a screwdriver in it and then prying it open and pushing the screen out to one end and pry it open here, push the screen out the other end. I'm not sure how well the camera was picking that up. Try to get probably a little less of the vise in there, and yeah, I've probably been working on this bucket full for close to a year, waiting until I got a pretty good pile. Okay, I just stick it in the long lengthwise slot that I cut, push that out, all the beads fall out, and stick it in here, push the other screen out. Yeah, when I cut the video off, I'll probably go in and get it ready to upload. Yeah, but working a little bit and going in and cooling off, working a little bit gives the battery time to charge back up a little bit. But with 3 panels on there, it's staying pretty well charged. It's not running down a whole lot. So I'm pretty happy with it. And then it's going to get better here next week when I get 2 more panels. I'll be adding in the second battery tomorrow morning for later tonight. But my thinking is, you know, it works great right now, but what's it going to do this winter when the days are shorter, maybe cloud cover, stuff like that. I haven't really had too many cloudy days. 1 pound 8.1 ounce, so it's a pound and a half. That's what a pound and a half of these things look like. So I'll be doubling my battery storage, my power storage, going from 100 amp hours to 200 amp hours. Had one subscriber ask in the comments in that last video about the solar panel, about where I got that one, or the 2 bus bars that I painted black and red. He said he couldn't find them on Lowe's website. Well, I was searching Lowe's website and I couldn't find them. I was looking at a couple they were showing on the website, and those were not on the website. But when I went to the store and I was looking at the bus bars there at the store, you know, that's when I spotted them there. I thought, shoot, this looks like a better bus bar than what they were advertising online, and you know, I think for less. All you really need to do is go down and buy a tap and a die, or a tap, if I don't have one already in there, and just buy some copper bus bar stock. Go up to Specialty Metals here and up in the city, buy some of that stock, then just drill me some holes and tap them out. Yeah, we're getting a pretty good little bucket full of ends there, so I'm sure that's adding some weight up there for number 2. Yeah, I almost need to get a couple empty water bottles, put all those beads in. If I throw them in the dumpster like that, they're going to be all over the ground. Yeah, here's another big one. See if we can get it up to 2 pounds. That vise kind of pushing in, so I'm cutting it, pushing it together, kind of putting it in a bind. That one is hot. Let me get the needle nose to hang on to that one. Okay, right now we're at 1 pound 9.4. That'll take it up to 12.1. Almost 3 ounces just in that one piece. Try another fat one. Yep, can make it lengthwise. No beads. £1 pound 15 ounces, we're about there. Real close. There's a skinny one, but it's long. So that should weigh an ounce. Yeah, I've been really happy with this vise. Oops, wrong bucket. This vise is doing me really good. I got this one on Amazon. There is a link to it in my Amazon affiliate page. £2, 0.2 ounces. Now Harbor Freight has one real similar to this. It's got a little bolt here that goes in and tightens down to where this won't turn. You got 2 anchors down here on the base for rotating it. Then for this, you got your pipe jaws. A lot of times cutting some copper tubing and some aluminum, I put the long handle cable cutters in here and rest the handle on the table, tighten it down, run pipes in there and stuff. And as you see, that came in handy, being able to turn that over like that. The problem, the Harbor Freight seemed to do pretty good, except I would say if you get the Harbor Freight one, be real gentle with the side screw, because I stripped mine out. It's kind of down in the thin area. Here's some little bit thicker area, so it might have an extra thread or two, but I usually just kind of snug this one, and then when you tighten down on whatever you're putting in there, that also helps keep it from turning. So I usually just snug the little screw on the side, and it's been working really good. So I'm going to call it quits on this video. I know it's getting long, and if you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. hit that like button. Show the scale here. 2 pounds, 0. I jumped here, jumping around. One of them 5-quart ice cream buckets, whatever. But I still got a long way to go. I'm gonna go in and cool off, and then come out and do some more. I probably won't get them finished tonight. I'll probably be on these again tomorrow. And I still got a little bit of aluminum left there to go, and a piece on the ground. I brought the tote over and cleaned it out and cleaned up that other stuff I had. I got a few doors out here I can probably tear down, some storm doors, but they're still in pretty good shape. But so I don't know, I may stick them back in the woods out of the way for a while. But hey, I'm going to get off of here before I get to rattling, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.